Pathfinder Kingmaker, welcome back. We have just defeated the first robbers at Olok's outpost, and we're preparing for the next. And yeah, we should level up. We should level up, and at least 3 of them we want to keep here. Maybe him as well. I'm not sure about Harim yet. I want to make him maybe a cleric into the direction of summoning, maybe. But let's begin. That is our main character. It's Immanuel Khan, a tiefling fighter, but we want to combine him, but not yet much. First, we'll start with the second fighter level. You can get bravery and the second bonus combat feat. Let's see about we get some skills going. So we can really go for more of the professional things here. Plus the ones we really want up, like persuasion is probably helpful. Athletics is something really good. Knowledge Arcana could become crucial later on. But for now we want some athletics. Then we want another feat. Recommended is the point blank shot. That's not what I'm looking for. I want something like cleave. As we have a very strong fortune, as we have power attack, we also want cleave. So what's the reason for cleave? Right? If you drop someone, then you can make an additional attack. As a standard action, you can make a single attack at your full base attack bonus against a foe within reach. If you hit, you'll deal damage normally and can make an additional attack against a foe that is adjacent to the first and also within reach. You can make 1 additional attack per round with this feat. When you use this feat, you take a -2 penalty to your armor class until next turn. So we're gonna cleave. Here we go. That's just a very good feat for what we have in mind. Next things next. I know about where I want Lindsay to go. So let me and Amiri too, of course. Amiri. Yeah, Amiri. Amiri has a little bit a different build, so I would describe it. Amiri is really tricky to build well, I think. And let's just get her up there, because barbarians are just not very strong. So we want something else combined with that. Yeah, recommending me that, but we want an alchemist and a vivisectionist. Vivisectionist, for example, gets sneak attack, which is just very, very, very nice to get. And you also get access to the mutagen, which gives you some kind of bonuses, alchemical bonuses that stack with everything. You can also throw anything, which will be just good to have, nice to have, a nice addition. Let's see what we'll have. I'm going to concentrate maybe also on trickery, as we have that here. We want perception a little bit, because that's so important. And yeah, trickery absolutely makes sense to max it out. Maybe perception as well. We've done that already. And mobility is also a good idea. As that's just helpful for her to stay alive when she charges to the front row. So let's see. So alchemist. Ooh. There's a lot to gain from first level alchemist. Let's see what we want there. I'm really using my notes, because there's not many alchemist levels that I want. And yeah, let's just see. So what we want is a collection of things. Enlarge definitely belongs to that, because that's just so helpful with a big sword. Shield always protects yourself very well. As you can see, it negates magic missile attacks and provides a 4 shield bonus to armor class. Cure light. something that's helpful afterwards, rather. Bomber's Eye. Allows you to throw weapons farther and more accurately. It is a standard action, though. I really want to try True Strike. It's just so fitting with all of this. It's not in my notes, so apparently my notes are wrong, based on something else. But it will be okay, right? We're not playing on unfair or something. So that's a Mary for you. And then we want to go for Lindsay. And Lindsay should first develop Bard a little bit more, I think. And she could just go into her crossbow more, maybe. Yeah, so she could probably learn more combat tricks here as a bard. So let's give her one more bard level. So she'll get a bard talent here. And she'll be well versed. Bard gains a 4 bonus and saving throws made against bardic, performance, sonic and language dependent effects. So that's something. Charisma is good. What kind of skills do we want? I mean, we want maybe to go for her with for Eldritch Knight. So Knowledge Arcana is something. Mobility is always very useful. Trickery is really nice. And stealth will help her a lot too. And now we have one additional point. We could just invest into our knowledge world a little bit more and just use this extra point to always invest into something else. Or we could push her persuasion more. But she already has something in there. Knowledge world she also has already. Athletics wouldn't hurt, I feel. Maybe we'll go into law nature or law religion. Just a little bit more perception. Yeah, perception makes a lot of sense for me. Some additional perception never hurts. Now, we'll go for a combat trick and we'll go for point blank shot. +1 bonus on attack and damage rolls with ranged weapons at ranges up to 30 feet. So, here we go. What kind of spell do we want to choose here? Core Sphere. Expeditious Retreat is still great. We already have Cure Light Wounds. We can do Summon Monster 1, which will be good at the start. Vanish. 1 round per level, up to 5 rounds. That's not bad. Hideous Laughter is something I really like. 1 enemy creature collapses into gales of manic laughter, falling prone. Grease. I'm so much into Grease. Grease has never failed me. Let's go Grease. Here we go. You can always have 1 more Grease. And now let's look into Harem. Let's just give him 1 more cleric level. Not be too fancy. Let's see what he can do. He's got good wisdom, if anything. Religious lore. He could also go for some more arcana and world lore. Yeah, to me it seems he could go maybe lore. Nature is not really his thing. Persuasion probably not. He's just so negative. We'll just give him these, so he has a broader kind of knowledge everywhere. Like, just give him that that minimum thing, so he gets the proficiency bonus, right? And that's what we get. Now let's see about. Yeah, formation seems to be okay. Oleg. I'm prepared for the attack. Get in your positions and wait. Amiri flexes her shoulders. Finally, a fight. Was bored with all that talking. Well, these aren't the heroics I was hoping to write about, but I guess even the greatest heroes had to start somewhere, says Lindsay. I see you're not easily cowed. I beg you be careful, and please don't let Oleg do anything too risky, Svetlana says. Svetlana, go hide inside. We're going to meet our guests. Past 6 hours, and now they arrive.
Their life ends here.
Okay. Boom. Wow. I suspect they'll not be too happy. Got our falchion ready, I think. We could charge into him here, but we could also let it be. Is that the last survivor or what? We'll try to charge him, I think. It's... we cannot charge him, it's too far away. Too far away from me. Okay, I think composite bow will be okay, right?
This will hurt.
Great. So that didn't work out. Ah, the rest is coming. They might still charge in. Trap triggered. Another man down. Look at that. Amiri could charge. And rage. Here! Now let's leave this place. Can you do that? Not yet. Okay. What kind of damage did she do here? Wow. Definitely nice damage. They should just run now, but they're attacking Amiri with a composite longbow. Oh, nice. They're not that bad. We have to charge over. It's crazy. Come on, Harem. We have nearly no one here. That's really crazy. Okay. Lindsay. Can she attack there? I mean, I'm not sure. Let's take her move. And if she cannot attack, then we'll just inspire Courage. Music's good. Good enough, at least. Ow! Hitting us with the alchemist bomb. What the heck? The bandit? Sure.
You should have run.
Cutting them down. Who's next? That's the last bandit. What about Amiri? Could she charge him again? Indeed. Amiri! I'm sorry. Now let's defend again. Ouch. Harem. He'll just walk as long as he could. In typical dwarven speed. Let's walk a bit and then try to attack with Lindsay. Lindsay's too far away already, okay. We'll just move. Not like we're pressed to do anything. Okay. Let's move over there. All the bandits. Slightly helpless. And Amiri's on. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we didn't even need anything special. But our preparation, of course, was absolutely excellent. Let's see what the bandits had. Studded leather, composite longbow. Really nice, especially to sell. But we'll also take a composite longbow for a Mary.
In due time.
Where do we have it? There's the composite longbow. She should be reasonably competent with this. She's now exhausted, which is why her strength and dexterity are going down. Let's see what we have. We have some studded leather. These are relatively nice things. Short sword, yeah, that's all not too bad. Buckler and a long sword. I'm not sure. I mean, there are definitely some desperate situations where you want a little bit more defense. So
don't give that to me.
We can give bucklers out then. For, I mean, that thing is slashing. Maybe just give her a club or something. And another one with a piercing weapon. Short sword. Good, good, good. What have we found here? A cloak of resistance +1. Ooh, grants its wearer a +1 resistance bonus on all saving throws. So who's really bad at saving throws? Let's see. Will save especially 4, 0, 4, 7, 1. Mirror is not good, but we're even worse. So we get the cloak of resistance. Here we go. So we get 1 will save. That will change later once we take some other levels. So nice, nice, nice. And did we get another composite longbow, I wonder? Yeah, there's even another one. Let's see. I mean, Harim? Nah, he couldn't take that thing. It's an Amiri thing. Harim will also get shields, but bigger shields.
I'm there.
I have to say I kind of like Harim. I would maybe take him instead of the mercenary. Well, let's find out. Oleg is breathing heavily, but he shakes his fist in the air menacingly. You rats got what you deserved. Now they'll know better than to treat honest people like cattle. And our Bokken here taught them a thing or two as well. Yeah, we convinced him. Now, my lord, head on up to the guest rooms on the 2nd floor. You deserve some rest after such a battle. I need to clean things up. And this is for your efforts. Now, don't offend me by trying to turn it down. Just take it. An honest fight deserves an honest reward. If that were more common practice in this world, I think life would be so much better. We get 100 gold coins. Yay. We'll talk tomorrow. Okay. What about Bokken? You sure showed them what's what. I can go in there now. Nice. So there's Svetlana here. And I'm a little bit split now about hiring someone. We could maybe just take the dwarf. Let's have a look at him. He's got good wisdom score, good constitution score, some good strength. Yeah, I mean, he looks to be a solid companion. Nothing fancy, but maybe that's okay. Wait. Let's talk to Svetlana. I'm glad it's all over. Even if there was a fight, we'll talk tomorrow once I've finished working. Okay. Let's go up there. What's in here?
I failed. I'm sorry.
You're sorry. You failed.
Done.
Oh, silver spoon. What was in here? The golden statuette? What the heck? What's in these things? That's from some guests, probably. Wow, what's that? A tiger pet cat. Cat's feral instincts provide +2 morale bonus on perception and law nature checks. And embers. Summons a pet red panda. 1 moral bonus on saving throws. A belt, unidentified, a blessing. What the heck? Yeah, we'll get all of this going. Maybe this is part of the reward, right? We're not too good. Guide for travelers, hunters, and explorers of the River Kingdoms. Monsters and Beasts, Volume 5. Will-O-Wisp. Will we get these as opponents? An amusing glowing ball which looks harmless and doesn't arouse any natural suspicion. Pretends to be a guiding light in the marshes, but leads travelers to certain death. The agonizing fear of their victims is this monster's nourishing dinner. If you manage to resist their tricks, make sure you have some electrical protection. The monster electrocutes any visitors it fails to lure into terror. And the werewolf. Werewolves prefer to hunt in groups and attack lone travelers. It's entirely possible that a Varisian camp or troop could turn into a pack of bloodthirsty lycanthropes under cover of darkness. Ordinary weapons stand little chance against them, but a silver blade greatly increases your chances of survival. And primals. Powerful creatures of the primal realm occasionally visit this world for amusement. It's best to stay out of a primal's way. Don't fight it. It's extremely dangerous, but if a life is at stake, resort to cold steel. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Is that our stash here? Yeah, that was the personal stash, right? We'll look into that later, and we'll just go to bed. You wake up from a nasty dream that tortured you almost all night long. In it, you saw a wall of unnaturally thick fog that surrounded you, slowly moving closer and closer. A quick look out of the window, and you find out that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream. And then...
Hear me. Please hear me. Can you hear me? Please.
The voice of the guardian of the bloom is barely more than a whisper as she reaches out toward us. It seems that only we can see or hear the nymph. Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
What do you want from me?
Aid. Salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon, even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
Okay, so Staglord is probably really evil. In a way, the Staglord is responsible for the fog.
Yes. It hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help you?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo. Catch the whispers. Search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
I'm glad my adventure begins with such a beautiful sight. Are we like that? I mean, from our voice, definitely.
Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone.
All right, I understand. Farewell. That's kind of an odd dialogue option now, but hey, we've talked about everything with the Guardian.
I don't believe in fate, stranger. But our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
The nymph's whisper fades as she disappears. I mean, she called out to us. Of course it's not a coincidence, right? Well, let's see.
I do what I must.
We do what we must. Have you heard it? Let's see. What do we have? What do we have collected here? Let's see. Silver ring. The explorer's belt. 2 enhancement bonus to constitution. 2 resistance bonus and saving throws against diseases. Okay. I'll take it. A blessed signet. First to cast blessed spell as a first level cleric 3 times a day. Definitely helpful. 2 silver rings and the braces of armor. But they will not help us. Okay. Let's see what we can do down here. There's Lindsay. There's Noriel at 8 eyes. The elf looks straight at you through the tangled hair falling over her face. Hey, you're an adventurer, right? Seeking your fortune in the stolen lands? You aren't the only one of your kind here. Take my advice. Keep your eyes open and watch your back. Sometimes the ones who call themselves your friends are more dangerous than your enemies. Judging by the elf's voice, it's obvious that she started the day with a jug of wine. Who are you? The elf grunts. Noriel 8 eyes. Once upon a time I was famous throughout Absalom. The city at the center of the world. Noriel 8 eyes of the reckless 6, well, glory passes quickly a few miserable decades later and no one recognizes you on the street anymore. What a shame. Why did they call you 8 eyes? Once, long ago, I could spot an enemy and pin him to the wall. Before he could even think of attacking, some said I had 8 eyes, and looked all around at once, though it seems I've outlived my nickname. Noriel stretches her arm forward. Her palm trembles noticeably. I've been drinking so much lately, it's best I don't test my skills too often. Why are you drinking so much? What are you doing here? Except drinking. I sit here waiting for adventurers. Well, in need of help. We may be sitting here in a backwoods tavern, but in Absalom I have a lot of friends who are eager to make a few coins. They have brave hearts but shallow pockets. A little gold would be a welcome change for them. I can send them a message, and they will come from Absalom through a portal. If you're interested, just give me a sign, and we'll arrange everything right away. Would you like to join me? Oh, no, I've got enough things to do already. You'd better manage on your own. Where were you when the trading post was attacked? I was hunting, got a little lost in the mist, which is the first time that's happened to me. I guess I should go easier on the drink. But don't you imagine I'd be scared of a good fight? If only I'd known. I was missing all the action, but I see you've got everything under control. I want to know more about this Pathfinder Society. What exactly are you interested in? What's the purpose of it? The School of Adventurers. We seek for those who are eager to test their skills, and we educate them and give them ideas about where on Golarion they might seek their fortune. They look for forgotten knowledge, secrets, and lost artifacts. They're explorers and pathfinders. We're a sort of mutual assistance club for adventure lovers. We exchange experience, share knowledge, and keep careful records, in case it proves useful to future expeditions. And also, we publish books for thrill seekers and bored urban teenagers from wealthy families. Okay. What kind of members do you have? All sorts of adventurers, with representatives from all races, religions, and beliefs. The Grand Lodge is in Absalom, but there are many smaller lodges throughout Golarion, and the venture captains direct pathfinders to their goals from all across the corners of the world. There are many renowned heroes in the society, and many scoundrels as well, whose service to the society has brought them fame. Who do you support? You mean who does it serve? No one in particular. Pathfinders try not to get involved in the quarrels of others. They serve only the spirit of adventure, and sometimes they happen to save the world. However, that doesn't mean there are no black sheep among the Seekers. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Why are you here in the middle of nowhere? You want to know how one could exchange the life of a Pathfinder for this sorry drunken rat hole? The light in Noriel's eyes goes out as if someone had blown out a candle. You lose all your friends because of one's come back, and then you'll understand. I was the only one to return from the final campaign of the Reckless Six, and whatever is left of me can't be called a seeker anymore. She remains silent for a long time, as if wondering if she wishes to poke the old wound. Here's the story. Our leader Vermeld was the best of us, wise, brave, friends with everyone. One of those friends, Adevion Adrissant, sent him a disturbing letter. He'd stumbled upon mention of some ancient books on the art of necromancy. Secrets like those are best left hidden forever, trust me. I've seen what that kind of magic can do. The elf bites her lip. To make a long story short, these volumes were supposedly hidden in the catacombs of Gallows Spire. Maybe we could visit there. We decided that the books should be retrieved and kept safe by the society. We gathered in a tavern, discussed the expedition, then proceeded to Ustalav. It was a normal mission, a quick and quiet recovery. And Noriel smiles bitterly, but everything turned out to be much more complicated. We barely made it through the Witchgate Forest, all those terrible living trees, undead druids and their arches of bone. It was a miracle we managed to make it out alive. We'd chosen Renchurch to stop at. It was marked on Vermeld's map as a safe enough haven to hole up and lick our wounds. How I wish that had been true. Vermeld was the first to perish. He was attacked by one of the monsters hiding in the stables. It tossed him about like a feather and threw him down an ancient well. His shout echoed for a long time, and I didn't hear the sound of him landing. And then, Noriel pauses and turns away, hiding her eyes. Enough. I shouldn't have gotten into this. Who am I to stir up others' feelings? With all my cheddar, we'd better forget about it for now. Maybe I'll tell you more some other time, but not today. Regarding your story? What happened in Renchurch? The elf shakes her head. I have no wish to fill your sleep with nightmares. When you prove that you can stand firm in battle, then you can achieve victory without losing yourself along the way. Then I will tell you of the horrors that waited us in Renchurch. Okay, let's talk about something else. I need loyal and experienced fighters. I have friends like that. Just decide who exactly you need, and they will come on my signal. This will cost you 2,000 gold pieces. Let me think about it, because I don't have the money, and I have to go now. Well, very interesting. Let's talk to the others. Svetlana. Good day. I hope you're feeling all right after that battle. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. I definitely don't want to waste your time, but if you have a moment, I have a request. Yeah, what was that? This is a very personal request, and maybe not important enough for your time. I'll completely understand if you say no, but the first time the Staglord's thugs came here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring. Just tore it off my hand. It's just a trinket, really, but it meant so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg came to me, that ring in hand, to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing that I'd misheard something, or that I'd say something stupid and everyone around would laugh. Svetlana interrupts herself, shaking her head gently. If you happen to find my ring among the bandits' possessions, please bring it back to me. It's easy to recognize. My name is engraved inside the band. Svetlana drops her eyes, lowering her voice. There is one more thing. Among the bandits there's a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in a fight. In fact, she can be extremely dangerous and cruel, but please, I beg you, show her mercy if you have the chance. I can't promise anything, but if I do come across your ring, I'll return it to you. I understand. I appreciate any effort you put into it. Tell me about yourself. How did you and your husband find the courage to establish a trading post here in the Stolen Lands? It was Oleg's idea, though I supported him with it. We didn't realize how dangerous it was here, of course. In Rostov, everyone respects the sword lords, and everyone's accustomed to relying on them. Even the mention of someone like Lady Jamandi could be enough to fend off a street thug or some other trouble. It could maybe even work in some places here, but not with the Stag Lord's men. What about them? He's not just some average bandit. If no one puts a stop to him, he'll turn the Stolen Lands into his personal kingdom, a kingdom of fear and oppression. I like adventures, but I definitely prefer the ones that involve stopping villains and helping people. I can't thank you enough for the hope you've given me, but please be careful. The Stag Lord is extremely dangerous. Okay, got to go. Farewell. So the ring... Lindsay. Halfling girl with tousled hair, wearing a dusty traveler's outfit, sits chewing the tip of her quill. Just a moment. How should I put this? Oh, I know. She scribbles something quickly in her notebook, scrawled with verse, raises her eyes and gives you a bright smile. Oh, hi. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Do you worship Shelin? Yes, and not to offend the other gods, but she's the most important of them all. All the other gods guard the world as it is, but only the eternal Rose, the goddess of beauty, calls us to the world as it should be. The goddess of art, beauty, love, and music? Okay. Why are your clothes so messy? She waves her hand carelessly. Forget it. I can't waste money on looks. I'd rather buy books instead. In 100 years, when people are reading my works, they aren't going to ask whether the author had holes in her sleeves. Where are you from? I'm from all over. I was actually born in Galt. Such a tiny village that it's not even on the maps. If it weren't for my teacher, I'd still be living there, milking goats, weeding turnips, swilling homebrew, having babies, and using books only as a kindling. That teacher? He's a true saint. He was once an important person in the capital at the Church of Shelin, but he got in trouble with the authorities and went on a self-imposed exile to the tiniest, most god-forsaken, priestless village he could find, the one where I was born. He wanted to open a school, but the villagers wouldn't let him. You can heal us all you like, but no putting any ideas into our children's heads. It'll only distract them from their work. But he did teach me on the sly. He taught me how to read, how to write, and he gave me books, poems, legends. He was the one who told me about the Arch Knights of Avistan, and when I told him I was going on a journey, he gave a magic ring so that Shelin would protect me from harm. Ah, she's got her ring from him. I haven't seen him since I ran away from home. I hope he's all right. I ask Shelin every day to grant him a long life and new students. So, who are these Arch Knights? Oh, yeah, I haven't heard of them. How can you be a hero without knowing one of the most epic stories in the history of stories? No, I won't spoil anything. You should just read about them yourself. Every single chapter. Their adventures are what gave me the idea of going on a heroic quest and writing about it to begin with. And now look at me. Here I am on a heroic quest. And how did you become a bard? When I realized there was nothing for me at home besides more radish patches, I decided to run away. A traveling book peddler, Tessie the Quill, happened across our village. Well, I stuck to her like a burr and wouldn't let go until she agreed to take me as an apprentice. Together we traveled everywhere, to Brevoy and Taldor and even Ustalav. And then I found out about the Academy of Grand Arts in Pitax, and I thought, well, I love reading stories, so I can surely learn to write them too. I enrolled on my first try, and they even gave me a scholarship. Then they expelled me, but that's okay. They'd already taught me all the important stuff, and now, with Shelin's help, I can manage on my own. Something else. What's the deal with the ring you always wear on your finger? This, Lindsay holds her arm for you to get a clear view of the ring. It was a gift to me from my first teacher. It's magical, imbued by the powers of Shelin no less. When I get myself in trouble, it transports me to a safe spot. So please don't be angry with me if I suddenly disappear from a fight. I'll wait for you here, promise. Okay, I've got to go. Just don't leave without me. Of course, I could just write whatever you tell me, but if I want to stay cooped up in a dusty room, I'd still be sleeping through the lectures at the academy. Yeah, we'll take her along.
I'm off.
She's really nice. Who's that? Ember? Okay, one of the pets that we freed. There's Oleg. Greetings. Oleg seems to be in a good mood and greets you all new. You certainly ruffled those villains' feathers. Well, anyway, new day, new troubles. Have you seen the fog? Never seen anything like it before. The road to Restov looks like someone spilled milk, and it just hung in the air. I couldn't see anything through that soup, not even with a torch. Feels like witchcraft to me. I'd bet that stag lord's involved somehow. Rumors say he deals with all kinds of bad magic. Huh, I need to take care of him. Do you know of anything that could help me find him? That's quite a task you've set yourself on. The Stag Lord has a fortress somewhere in the area, but only a few chosen from the most trusted of his rabble I ever invited. The location of the fortress is a heavily guarded secret, and with this fog hanging round, I'd imagine it would be even harder to find. I suppose you could try to follow the trail of those bandits who attacked the post before. They came from the southwest, from the side of the Thorn River. The fortress might be there, or at least some large camp of theirs, where you can find information. Can you tell me about the Stag Lord? Not much. Not like I've sat down and shared a cup of wine with the man, you know, but I think he arrived in the Stolen Lands less than a year ago, from what I've heard. But soon as he got here, he took over everything. I wrote to Restov, tried to warn him that the Stag Lord wasn't some typical gang leader, but they didn't listen. The rumors about him are horrible. He'll kill a person if they so much as disagree with him. He never reveals his face. Those who've seen him up close report the same thing. Ugly scars cover every inch of his skin, not covered by his clothes. The Stag Lord's past is a mystery. He just arrived one day. He was immediately a power to be reckoned with. I guess the most surprising thing about him is that he has as many followers who admire him as he has minions who obey him out of fear. He's got some inner strength in him, or maybe an inner madness. There are many who seem to follow him because of that madness, like it was some kind of virtue. Well. Show me your wares then. Thank you for the infos. Let's see what we could get. Some accessories. Yeah, we don't need these silver rings. What do we have here? All kinds of potions and pets. What is that? I don't know. Studded leather and leather armor. We could keep the chainmail maybe. Oh, come on now. We could also sell it though. What about the weapons? A heavy mace and a long sword, composite longbows. They are very useful. Sell the short bows and the clubs. Oh, they have so many composite longbows. At least one of them needs to be sold. I will keep the nunchaku. Yeah, that normal longsword here. That's enough. Deal with it. How much do we have? Yeah, not enough to hire a mercenary, so maybe we'll just keep our nice cleric dwarf. And I really like him too. Hey, Harem. Harem pulls his beard, muttering something that could be either prayers or curses. Upon noticing you, he winces. Hey, what? Ah, it's you, Immanuel Khan. Did I startle you? I'm sorry. Oh, no, that doesn't matter. I was just contemplating the futility of existence and the worthlessness of the universe. The ways of Grotus are great. My humble mortal mind cannot fully grasp them, but I do what I can. Harim smiles apologetically. Thanks, we'll talk later. I'll be happy to continue our conversation later. He nods with dignity. So we've got him, we've got Bokan here. He puts his hands on his hips. Ha! Old Bokan still knows a few tricks to impress these blood-sucking dummies. Enough hiding in the damn bushes, I say. Could I help you in any way? He glances at us, suddenly interested. Well, since you're asking, there's a cave nearby. I used to pick berries in there, but the place has been overrun by spiders. The berries are red, look a lot like raspberries. Fangberries, I call them. I'd be real grateful if you gathered a basket of them and brought them back. Just be quick if you do. They spoil quickly. The Fangberry cave. The spiders in the cave are mean. Here, let me give you some alchemical fire. Crafted it myself. Burn those spiders to a crisp. That will teach them for taking over my fangberry cave. I also need a bucket of moon radishes. They're a rare and mysterious plant. I don't know where to find them, but I know that kobolds gather them and value them highly. It's not a huge deal, really. I'll do it myself, but if I were younger, but if you're willing, I'll pay you 3 potions for the berries and a purse full of coins for the radishes. Why do you need these things? You want to know, huh? Well, I'll gladly tell you after you bring some to me. All right, I'll try to help. He glances at you, hopefully. Just watch out, right? Don't end up someone's lunch. Yeah, I should go. I should go. Fangberries for Bokken. I looked around a lot. The rest of the people... They got away or what? Where are you all?
In due time.
Oh, there was some fire lighted here. There's something in here now. Yeah, some new goods. Some rope and gold. We might need some rope later on.
Follow if you dare.
Mary, we're gonna talk? Mary utters a weary sigh. Alright, spill it, I'm listening. We're just talking, you don't like it? Mary shrugs several times, perhaps flexing her muscles, or maybe just filling in the silence. Don't know, she admits at last. Depends what you're gonna talk about. If it's about monsters or swords or scars, I approve. That is good. And if you're gonna ask questions like why and what for and how, screw this. Mary looks you over slowly head to toe. Oh, you got even harder ones? Formidable sword, but that's not just a simple weapon, is it? You bet it's not simple. Check out how big it is. She proudly raises the blade, and you notice that even though Amiri is extremely strong, she still has difficulty wielding such a large sword. This sword belonged to a real blasted frost giant. I killed the beast and took this looker for myself. Fits me perfect. My damn trophy. Amiri's eyes flash with menace, as if she's challenging some invisible enemy to try taking away her trophy. Thanks for talking with me. Let's speak again later. Talking. When will we do some monster killing instead? Amiri sighs and turns away.
I'm there.
What a woman, right? Where are the others? Are there others? There are no others. Maybe there's some new things here. No? Yeah, that's basically the three people we have with us. And we'll go out and have a look at the journal. So, we have a lot of things to do. And have a look at the map. Maybe trading out there. Oleg's trading post currently, but we'll leave that place probably and go on an adventure either to that Fang Cave or to the Stag Lord. So thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. We'll see each other in the next episode when we will go on adventures and have more fights, get some level ups going, and prepare for another good fight. Have a great time until next time and happy gaming. This is Emmanuel Khan signing out. Happy gaming to you and see you soon.